Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. Listen, any of you guys remember the 80s? Sorry, I'm a little stuck in the 80s, but anyway, so the 80s were a decade of some supercar power. We had just come out of the 70s with just a little bit of wheeziness, not a lot of great style, and then these kind of supercars come out. For instance, this 928 was probably one of the fastest cars and the most expensive cars of its time during that run. And if you can find a low mileage, one family owned car, an example, I say buy it, and that's exactly what this car is here. This car is owned by the same family, 54,000 original miles on it, driven just a little over 1,000 miles a year. And service records like this, oil changes, inspections, tires, all those things have been taken care of. It's really turnkey and kind of ready to go. I think you would really, really like it. Not to mention, it's fast even by today's standards of modern cars. These tour on the road so nicely and drive so well. The interiors are gorgeous, and it's really got every luxury feature that almost every modern car has in its own right. So anyway, so come on up here for a second. Let's check out this paint. It's tobacco. That's the original factory color. This is original factory paint. It's got a couple small chips around it that have been touched up. It looks really good in the light, but this is the original paint, original color, and it looks absolutely awesome on this car. This is an upgrade here where they've had the factory wheels chrome. It's got four-wheel disc brakes, an independent rear suspension. The independent rear suspension even has limited slip or positive traction for us rednecks. And I'll tell you, you look around and it's really still got great, great eyes, and the styling is held up incredibly. All right, so let's take a peek under the hood for a second so you can see what would have motivated these cars to reach the kind of 160, 170 mile an hour speeds in 1980. No other cars could even come close. A Corvette at that time, maybe 120. Okay, so come on up here. And this is kind of cool because we didn't take any of the decals and things like that off, so check this out. So the reason I left them here is so you'd know that this is an original paint car. Like all the stickers are still in the same place from the factory. Here's the emissions and catalyst about the motor, 273 cubic inch engine, 4.7 liters, and all kinds of like the original air filter decals and stuff. It's just beautifully preserved. They were already doing ram air, huh? Just like race cars. This is just a wonderful, wonderful car. Still got the Porsche crest around it. Now keep in mind, you know, this was the most expensive car they were selling at the time. And as we look around here, we have an upgraded exhaust. Not super crazy, just got some nice polished tips because after 30 years, the exhaust systems wear out. But these cars were also functional too. And I'll show you, let me open up the back because then you can see some of what gets on there too. All right, so come check out this. So this is really nice, and this is what I like so much about it. Probably what saved the front end of this car is this comes with a bra, okay? It also comes with a car cover, right? A car cover to me says not only does this person park the car in their garage, they cared enough to cover it as well to keep it from chips and dings and stuff like that. This cover right here comes off if you don't want it, okay? Just screws in like this, and it comes out very easily, and then turns itself into this really cool kind of GT style interior, but that hides any luggage or anything else you have back here that you didn't want people to see. Rear wiper washer. All right, so enough of that talk about the outside. The interiors are really where these cars shine as well, and that's what we're going to check out now. That's what I meant by today's standards. This car is still gorgeous inside. You know, it's 165 mile an hour speedometer, 170 mile an hour speedometer, 7,500 RPM tach, power windows, power locks, cruise control. Everything is covered in leather. Everything. The dash is leather, steering wheel, the seats, door panels, headliner, like all this stuff is covered in leather, and even the back seats back here, I don't know if you can see them, are beautifully sculpted for somebody to sit back there if they wanted to. But look at the condition of everything. Just really, really nice. Anyway, so they make this great sound because they're V8s. You know, Porsche doesn't make, they didn't make V8s for a really long time. They were really big fans of their flat sixes, but listen how well they did with this. All right, so we're closing up a video on a modern supercar. Keep in mind, this is circa 1980, man. We're talking about 30 years ago that this car was at the top. Banging it out with Testarossas, 911 turbos and things like that, and now it's priced where almost anyone can afford it. Low mileage, single family owned, and documented along its entire lifetime. That's pretty cool when you just think about it. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about this cool Porsche 928.